Today we'll discuss about a topic which is going on, that is outcome of democracy. In previous topic we have discussed about political outcome, under which we have discussed about accountable, responsive and legitimate government. In this topic we'll discuss about economic outcome of country, how much we achieved from all these years from democracy in our country especially, although there are some drawbacks are there but some achievements are there. So we'll discuss about this topic in economic outcome of a country. Economic growth and development last 50 years suggested that non-democratic regimes, as I am talking about dictatorship or some other sort of government which is not democratic, they are slightly higher rate of economic growth. As data suggested that you can see that all democratic regimes scored about 3.95% of economic growth, whereas all dictatorial regimes are 4.42. Means that they are having harsh control over the economy, as well as the developmental rate is faster than ours. But if democracies are expected to produce good governance, that is not it is not fair to expect they would also produce development, although they are having responsibility to develop the country, but simultaneously some other factors also responsible. But overall figure of development we can consider it as well, that economic development is also an important criteria, but other factors, if you imagine that other factors in democracy, they are slightly higher as compared to non-democratic regime. For example, as far as we concern about the equality, as far as we concern about the treating the people, as far as we concern about the development, equal benefits provided even in times of gender danger, those poor peoples are working in it for providing facilities to them as well. All these facilities are higher in democratic countries other than non-democratic countries. Economic development depends upon several other factors as well, as we all know that population size, global situation, cooperation with other countries, economic priorities adopted by the country, etc. All these are the other important factors other than economic development. However, the differences of rates of economic development between less developed countries and dictatorship and democracies is negligible. Means that there is slightly gap is there in between democratic regime and non-democratic regime. We can't say democracy is a guarantee of economic development, but it's a responsibility of a government. Like for example, it is mentioned in our directive principles of state policy that the state government will provide facilities or public welfare for the people. If we compare the rates of economic development between countries under the dictatorship and democracy, it is better to prefer democracy as it has several other positive outcomes. As I told you earlier, reduction of inequality and poverty, that is also another important task of democratic regime that democracy used to perform, to provide to fill up the gap between the rich and poor, and the inequalities are there in a society, to improve it as well. Like someone is earning higher and someone is earning lower, so government initiatives to increase the level of income among poor. Democracies are based on political equality. All individuals have equal weight in electing representatives. Parallel to the process of bringing individuals into political arena, those who are not in a part of the political mobility, so they will bring down in the political arena and on equal footing. We find inequalities: a smaller number of ultra rich enjoy highly disproportionate share of wealth and income. It is true in developing countries 80-20 ratio is followed in our country. Means that 20% occupy 80% of the wealth and remaining 80% are having 20% of wealth. That is a big difference between the rich and poor that we have to fill the gap. In actual life, democracies do not appear to be very successful in reducing economic inequalities. inequalities, the gap is not filled by, like still in our country there are so many people are living below poverty line. Although government is trying their level best to upgrade the condition of the country, but still it is remaining behind. It is a worldwide picture that the poor constitute a large proportion of our voters, and no party will take to lose their votes. That's why they keep them remain as poor. They did not provide them facilities to upgrade themselves. Yet democratic government do not appear to be keen address in question of poverty as you would expect to them. There are so many countries like Bangladesh, Tanzania, many African countries like Uganda, Somalia. Their populations are living below poverty line. It's a government to upgrade them. Here is an example of world's wealth owned by few. There are 50% of people who occupy the most resources of the country, where remaining people are in great number, but they get very less share out of it. That we have to think about it and try to fill the gap in between the rich and poor. That's it for the video. I hope that you understand the topic well. We'll discuss about the remaining part in upcoming modules.